everyone, let's have a little chat about book buying habits because I noticed mine differ depending on language, location and format. So you know that I am German and I live in Hanover, Germany. So my location, of course, is German bookstores. Fun fact, in Germany, books cost the same wherever you go. We have a fixed book price, so the price that's printed on the book is the price of the book, no matter if you buy it in a supermarket, in a bookshop or online. So I prefer to go into a bookshop, try and see if they have it. If they don't, I just order it online and I don't even feel bad about it. The same with ebooks in German. It doesn't make any sense to me. I prefer to have the physical book and it just costs the same. There's little wiggle room, maybe a few cents, but not much more can be saved by buying an ebook or an online book in Germany. So for German books, that's that. But you know, I mainly read English books. And you might also know that I like to have a manageable TBR. So I read on average 70 books in a year. And that spreads out over ebooks, physical books and audiobooks. Usually most of that are physical books. So I like to have my physical TBR around 10-20. Right now it's over 30, so a little bit high, which means I don't go book shopping as often as I normally would. And there we come to where I go book shopping. So for English books, going into a bookstore, it's usually more expensive. And the selection you get is very small. So when I go into a bookshop and I look around there, the things I buy are things I've never heard about. That's what I like about going into a physical bookshop. I go and find new things. And I don't buy things that I've heard about and I know about and wanted to get anyways, because those I usually buy online. Because English books in Germany have a different price. If I buy them in a shop, they're much more expensive than if I buy them online. I can buy sales, I can find offers, things like that, especially for books that I know I want to get. And especially that is for ebooks. I tend to buy a lot of English ebooks when they're on sale, which already leads me talking about formats, because physical books is what I like to see and want to touch, and so it's important that the book looks good and is appealing to me, and I really want to have the physical book. But ebooks, I usually buy a lot of books where I don't care if I have the physical book, or like I said, if they're really on offer. And for audiobooks, completely different. I have credits for audiobooks. I have a subscription at Audible, so I tend to buy a lot of things when I think, oh, this sounds interesting. Oh, I heard the narration is good. Or more non-fiction on audio than I buy in any other format. And that is also very interesting because sometimes I go specifically looking for a book and sometimes I just like, oh, there's a sale. Let's have a look what's on offer. Two books for one credit or something like that. Or I'm looking for a specific author or a specific narrator. Oh, and one more thing about location I haven't mentioned yet. Remember that I said I like to have a manageable physical TBR? Right now it's out of control, for one, because I haven't been reading that much this year, and for another, I've been in London this year. What that basically means is if I get the chance to browse through English bookstores or used bookstores in England, I tend to buy a lot more books than I can manage. But also, I try to only buy books that I haven't heard of before, unless they're really, really cheap. So, those are my book buying habits. Tell me something quirky about your book buying habits. Do you have the same about physical bookstores or online bookstores? Do you notice any different behaviors where you buy your book or what format you buy them in? Let's talk about this in comments. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.